Flosstube. Today is June 11th, 2025. This is Flosstube number 9. And my name is Jill. And this is my sister Kimberly.
Hi Flosstube friends.
We call her Kimmy. And she is our special guest today. So welcome. If you are the new here, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're returning, thanks for sticking with me and coming back. I've had a number of new subscribers since my last video. And thank you so much for subscribing and coming along. And today we have so much to share.
A lot
to share.
But we also have some other special guests.
Oh, yes, we do. So right over here, this little gal here, we're going to talk about her, but she does have her stitching with her. She has her little hoop and her little needle with her floss, and she's going to be joining us today as well. And we're going to talk about this little gal here and later in the video, but I'm going to give you just an overview of what we're going to be doing today so you can decide if you want to stick around. And I'm just going to make my screen a little bit bigger so we can see us so much better. Okay, all right, so today we're going to start out with whips, and then we're going to share finishes. We have previous finishes, then we have recent finishes, and then we also have some patriotic finishes. A couple of small quilts. We'll share our haul. Talk about our grandmother and our mom, and share some patriotic charts, and then end with our plans. I'm also going to have, I'm going to showcase my linen, and I actually am going to release, this morning I decided I'm releasing 2 colors.
I'm so excited.
We're ready.
Yeah.
So we'll show those. And so, should we just get started?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start. Okay. So we're going to start with our whips. I'm going to start actually with a recent start. So one of the market releases this year from Heartstrings Samplery is an ode to libraries.
It's so pretty.
So I really love this.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. And I chose to start mine on a linen that I had in my stash. It's called Brown Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. And here is my tiny start. And it's the butterfly, and I had to stop because I didn't have Misty Mauve, but now I have it. And I really wanted to use the over-dyed floss just to give it some contrast, because the lettering is done with the Misty Mauve. And so I wanted to have a little, variegation with that instead of using the DMC, which she does a conversion. All the colors have a DMC conversion, which is nice. Yeah. And so I'm excited about this. I chose to start this for honoring my mother-in-law, who actually passed away the end of May. Yeah. And I started on the day that she went to heaven. So she actually is in England, and so unexpectedly we are going to England in a couple of weeks. Yeah. To be there for her her celebration of life, right? Yeah. So so that is my start, and we're going to try to figure out where to put everything once we're done watching or showing, because this is show and tell, right? And I put this in my bag, in one of my bags. Yeah. It's perfect for it. Yeah. Okay. So there's that, and then I'm going to show one more, and then we'll give Kimmy a turn. Great. Okay. So I have Dwelling Place. Do you want to hold that for me? Yeah. Now I have an assistant.
I'm prop girl.
Okay, so this is in my Mansfield Park bag that I made, and it has a little, so cute, little scissor charm on it. And here's the floss, and you're familiar with Teresa Kogut.
Yeah, I think Lindy Stitches called her the Kogut once.
The Kogut.
The Kogut.
Yes.
And I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so this is my progress so far. I'm doing this I picked this up on the 7th of every month, because that's my birthday date. And I'm doing this on Salty Lake. This is one of my linens.
It's so pretty.
In my fall collection. And it has a little bit of mottling, some kind of off-white.
It's beautiful.
Mottling. It's kind of a beigey color. And I haven't really done much since last month. I just finished the bird.
It's a perfect sampler linen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is.
Thank you.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Thank you. So this corner, and then I did that heart. So I did the bird and the heart, finished the greenery.
Yeah.
There. Okay, so that's Dwelling Place, and I love it. I really love the folk art design, and I can't wait to get to that.
She's a true artist.
That flower down there.
Yeah.
Everything. Birds.
I know.
They're so whimsical.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give that to you.
Okay.
Just throw it on the floor. Okay.
My turn?
Yes.
Okay. So I've never done anything like this before, so bear with me. I don't know where to look or how to do anything, but
She's doing it.
I'm doing it because I love my sister and because I love stitching. We love stitching.
Yes.
And I did take a hiatus from stitching. I stitched a lot in the late 80s, early 90s. I did stockings for our children, things like that. And then got into quilting, scrapbooking, and cross stitch went by the wayside. And then you age and your eyesight, and I just didn't think I could do it. But then Jill started cross stitching, and she gave me,
And then I discovered Flosstube.
and she discovered Flosstube, and she kept telling me, Kimmy, you got to try this, you got to do this. And my mother gave me her magnified light. She was downsizing, and she gave it to me, and I thought, oh, I can do this. And so we had some in-law children that came to the family, so I had more stockings to make, and so it was perfect timing. And then
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
did
her stockings are so cute.
well, and then I just did some like seasonal things, and then she kept saying, Kimmy, you got to try linen. And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
And then she said, I remember you saying, I don't think I can do a sampler because that would take me a whole year.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
she can do a sampler in a couple
Well,
months.
you just do, well, you'll see. You just try it, and then you're hooked. You're hooked. And then, the sampler, or the project bags. This
Yes.
is Lori Holt's new Peace and Plenty. And this is just a tutorial on Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. And anyway, the first one I've been working on is called Sampler Hill. This is an older Brenda Gervais, but I saw Tara Sullivan, Sully Stitches.
Tara.
Tara Sullivan, who I love. She stitched it, and so
I love this one.
I had the chart, and I just kitted it up, and I found the perfect linen. You'll never guess where. On this darling Etsy shop called Count on Linens. It's called
Oh, you're so sweet.
Golden Sundance, and it's just perfect. I love it. So it's 40 count, and I'm using the called for floss, all the over-dyed cottons. I did switch some colors around. The house was kind of an off-white, and it was really ghosty, so I chose to use Old Money. And the flowers in the border, I used 2 different colors
So pretty.
of the pink. So I've made quite a bit of progress.
Yeah.
I still have the husband and the wife.
And you started this when?
In April.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a recovering monogamous stitcher. So it's really
She
hard.
has whips now.
I have whips now. I normally don't have whips. Once I get going, I really have a hard time putting them down. But I've enjoyed the process. In fact, I only needed 1 project bag. That's one benefit of being a monogamous stitcher. Oh, and I have bees.
So there's little bees that will go around here.
Yeah. And the grass.
Yes.
So, yeah.
The grass.
The grass. Anyway, I love it. I think that
So
Brenda
pretty.
Gervais is a genius. I love it. Anyway.
So pretty, Kimmy.
Why, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I started a stitch in 2018, and I'll show you the chart first. And if you've watched me before, you've seen this, and I know you guys are going to get sick of this.
I'm not.
So this is summertime, and I bought this pattern back in 1991.
Yeah.
And this is Stony Creek.
And these are her two girls at that age. They look so similar, so beautiful.
And this is my progress so far. Last month I finished her face, and then now I'm just going up to the sister above. And I've made just a little bit of progress. I haven't been sticking to every Thursday, but when I watched Brenda and Laura's last video, Brenda said, any stitch is progress.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
Brenda, thank you. All right, so just up here, and of course it's confetti stitching, so it's a little tedious.
Super fun.
It's super fun. And okay, so Kimmy has 2 daughters.
And 2 sons.
Yes. So when I look at this, I think of my 2 girls, Kimmy's 2 girls, and then us 2 girls, because
So our mom and dad had 2 daughters and 2 sons.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 daughters and 2 sons. Jill has 2 daughters and 2 sons.
Yes.
And then Roger's children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just very fitting, and I just think of sisters
Yeah.
when I stitch this. So it's fun. So if you want to join me, it's a Throwback Thursday Sal on Instagram, hashtag Throwback Thursday Sal. That's it. And I'm going to try to keep up with my stitching on that. You going to go now?
No, you go. Whatever's on the chart.
Yeah, we're going to do this one next.
Okay. So my next whip.
Yay! She's got a whip. But you have to show this bag.
Okay.
Oh my.
So this is some sampler, Lori Holt sampler fabric, and I'm from her.
Love it.
I can't remember if it was Farm Girl 1 or 2. It's just a 6-inch block. It's the cross stitches.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, and then the cute little zipper pull. So I made that one, and it's for a special sampler. It's called the Red House Sampler. I actually saw this on the Homespun Needlework Facebook page. A woman posted it. She had it all finished for her 60th wedding anniversary.
Mm.
And
Wow.
this year is my darling husband Russell's and I's 40th anniversary. So 1985 we were married. So started this. I don't know if I'll get it done by our anniversary, but this year sometime. The sampler company, Brenda Keys, she's in the UK, and usually Kitten Stitcher carries her charts, but she didn't have this one, so I ordered it from her company, the sampler company in the UK. Anyway, I think it's beautiful. My plan is to take out 5 of these middle trees and use it as a cartouche to put our names and the date. And I am stitching it.
Perfect.
I know. I'm stitching it on 36 count. I think the sampler.
Oh, here.
Do you have one? I think I tossed it in the pile. I'm stitching on 36 count Solitude Serenity. It's also one of Jill's linens. It's a beautiful creamy white with just a little touch of modeling. Anyway, I got and it's just, I shouldn't say that. It's beautiful DMC, which I love. It's not just DMC.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
We love DMC.
We do. And I got the bones in, started on some of the border flowers, and this will be what I go to next. I will pick this up and work on it pretty exclusively to get it done.
This is 36 count, right?
This is 36
Okay.
count. Yeah.
And I guess we should also say that we both stitch in hand.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kimmy taught me how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I was
tried
using a hoop and we were stitching together, and Kimmy's like, I said, "What are you doing? You
Well,
don't have a hoop."
She was stabbing
And then I'm like, okay, I gotta switch over.
Yeah.
So
I do have to show this. This came with the chart. It's just a little leaflet. It gives instructions. But the cool part is that inside it has a really nice graph, so you can or alphabets and some graph paper. So if you wanted to, change things up, I'm planning on copying this so I have it for future charts. Also, a little history of samplers, and also the definition of some of the motifs, what they meant back in the 1800s.
Right, what they represent.
What they represented. And so I thought that was fascinating. So I loved that.
Okay, I'm excited. So when did you start this?
I started this right after our retreat. So I started at the end of April.
Wow.
Because I got the linen from you when
Mm-hmm.
we had a retreat here at the end of March in Jill's beautiful home. It was so fun. Yeah, it was great.
Okay, beautiful stitching.
Thank you.
All right. Another WIP that I have for the 25th is a Christmas stitch, and this is in Lori Holt's Hometown Holiday fabric. Just a bag that I made.
Yeah.
And last video I showed that I made thread books for each of my project bags. So love those. Candy Cane Lane is what I'm working on. This is so cute. And what I love most about this are the brighter reds and greens.
Yeah.
I'm loving how those are coming out. And then here's my progress. I started in the middle. I'm usually a top starter, the top right, but I decided to start in the middle this time. And then when I last showed this, I was just starting the snow, and so I got the trees done and framed the house, and then I made the snowman.
Your snow is popping really nice.
Yeah, I think I may have changed the white to a different color just because this is flax.
Is it 36 or 40?
This is 40 count.
Nice.
And did I even tell about what I was? Oh, okay. So summertime.
Oh.
We'll go back if you're interested. Summertime is a lamb's wool 28 count.
Oh, fun.
Okay, and then this is 40 count flax.
And we stitch on all counts, don't we? I mean, I have a couple of 32s. Yeah.
I mainly 36 is my sweet.
My new favorite is 40, but
okay.
Just, but I'm new to that brand,
Yeah.
like in the past year. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Candy Cane Lane, 25th of every month. If I don't get to it on the 25th, then I'll just grab it at some point, just so I can get some stitches in at least once a month. So, and I actually worked on this for a couple of days because I just couldn't put it down. Just really liked it.
I know the feeling.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. My next WIP is in this cute bag. It's from Jill gave me this. Actually, it was our retreat gift. The kit.
Yes, and here's the kit, and I actually have more available in our shop.
Yeah. So I went home and made it. I just think it's so cute. And she, let's see, there we go. She purposely cut the fabric so there was a P, because my last name starts with a P. So I thought that was sweet. So,
and that's the Peace and Plenty fabric by Lori Holt.
yeah. So I started, this is a market release. It's called Annika Bauer 1801, and it's a red sampler, and I love it.
So cute.
It's so cute. So I'm a new chicken mama.
When I saw this sampler, I'm like, Kimmy, you have to do this. You have to.
It's so true. Yeah, so my husband built a beautiful greenhouse / chicken coop, and it's incredible. It was like multi-year project.
Yes, the chickens don't even know.
They have no idea. Yeah, they live in a palace.
They do. They live in a chicken palace.
They live in a chicken palace.
It is amazing.
Yeah, it is
amazing.
It is. So anyway, but I had to do this in honor, and then the little girl feeding the chickens. Every day I take my little 3-year-old granddaughter out and we give the chickens scratch, and she loves it. And we collect the eggs, and yeah, Grandpa takes care of cleaning the coop and doing the water and the food, so I get to do the fun part. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is my progress. I actually just found a piece of platinum in my stash. It's 36 count, and I got the border done, and just now I'm starting on the fun part. All the little.
This is flax.
This is platinum.
Oh, platinum. Sorry.
Platinum 36.
I like platinum.
Yeah, I do too. So there it is. Not very exciting. I think Stitching Gem is doing this also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Gem is doing it.
Yeah.
So, what was your thread again?
Oh, and I'm stitching it with, thank you. I'm stitching it with a color and cotton. My first time using color and cotton, Winterberry.
Okay.
So, yeah, our friend Linda actually gave this to me at our retreat, and I'm putting it to use. It's beautiful. Thanks for keeping me on track.
Yeah. Annika is so pretty.
Yeah.
Can I get this one too as well? Okay. All right. So my next one I want to show you is a start that I started in May, and it's in my Americana bag.
So pretty.
And I'm going to just show you this because I do have some kits available in my shop, but it has the Americana cider fabric. You can,
we're in love with
that.
Americana.
Yes, we are.
You will see.
We have more things to show. It's
We do.
Americana. So I have, while I'm talking about the bag, I'll just show you.
Yeah.
The colorways are a little different. So here's one with gold, the gold zipper, blue zipper, and they all have charms. So this is the flag charm, and this is it's a
Quilt block.
quilt block. Oh, this is the quilt block.
Yeah, you have it on your bag.
So cute.
Yeah.
This one has a flag. Okay, and then this one has the quilt charm, and it has the kind of what do you call this color?
Teal.
Teal or
Or
kind of aqua
yeah, aqua.
with the navy. It's really cute. And then this has a gold zipper with the quilt block. So this is more like a corally pink. So, and you'll see the corally pink with the red together in one of our projects that we've recently finished.
And the bags go together really quickly, and they're very simple. Yeah, love them. I mean, we like the size.
Yeah, we do love the size.
Yeah.
Okay, Snapperland. There's 4. So we have the whale house, the beach,
Cute. The lighthouse.
the lighthouse. He has a peg leg.
He's a pirate.
He is a pirate, and little Roger. This is our little boy on the bike ride.
Going to the beach.
Yeah, and so I'm stitching this for my husband, to just memories of him riding his bike to the beach to Gwythian, when he was a child. And here's my progress. So what they've done, Snapperland, or this is actually a bent creek, and they put them together in a row, with a border. So this one here, I think, is the lighthouse. Can't remember. But there's a border with some seashells, and there's some seahorses on the side there. And this is with my 36 count Snowbird Sky. So it has a little bit of blue.
It's really pretty.
Very faint.
Show it next to the white there. You can,
Okay.
It's really faint.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so that is Snapperland. And go. And then I'm also going to show you another Cornish. This is actually a Cornish design. That one's just I'm just making it Cornish. This is Cornish Bulkies, and this is by River Drift House Needlework, and it's a UK company. So we've got Poldark. Yeah, we've got Ross and Demelza.
And Demelza.
Yes,
Loved that series.
yeah. I started rewatching it. I haven't been really consistent, but that's because I haven't been stitching on this. But I did pick it up after my latest previous Flosstube, and
You were almost there.
Yes.
Almost, look at that.
yeah. So I had Ross's side done, and then Demelza's. I finished her dress, and then I moved over and I just finished the house. So I just basically have this bottom border or corner to do, and then there's a border underneath the water. Super cute. Okay.
Love it.
And this one is in my blue sampler bag.
Perfect.
So yours has the blue background with the cream
Yes.
letters, and mine's flip-flopped.
Yeah. And then I did the little block in the middle.
Yeah. So it's just all using that. So this is platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah, platinum 36 count. And I actually am using my own colors. It was a kit with some, just kit floss, and it was very bright, and I wanted to tone it down.
Wow, you did a good job.
So
Beautiful.
I just did my own colors there. Thank you. Here's the chart for that one. Thanks. Okay. All right, so this WIP we're going to show together.
Yeah.
So we have our bags. So Kimmy made these bags for us a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was a retreat gift.
Yeah.
I made them blackest blackbird fabric. I made one for everybody that they matched. Because we do things, get.
Yeah. So we have our little sals.
Yes, that's the word. I love cells.
Yeah. Oh, and the inside fabric is so pretty.
Yeah, it's simpler.
Yeah, it's the sampler. So do you want to show the chart?
Yeah.
This is a new release from Market from Shakespeare's Peddler.
There we go.
Yeah. Kindness makes friends.
Yeah, this was probably my number one pick from Market. At least that I had to stitch right away.
So cute, and so many stitchers are doing it right now.
Yeah, and it had some new floss for me, colors anyway. I'd never used Mustard Seed from Gentle Arts or Deep Forest. And so that's been fun. And then there's a Red Currant, I think it's Classic Color Words, that I've never used before.
Yeah.
And they're just really fun.
So Old Money, there's some DMC in there.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway.
What's the white?
The white is, I can't remember. Oh, well, there's lamb's wool and then oatmeal. And that's a Gentle Arts.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. So
And then here's June.
you just want to show yours because mine don't.
Let's show them. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. And
There
this
we
is
go.
flax, 40 count.
40 count. It's the called for.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a really fun chart. When I was stitching the border, I'm like, are those corn on the cobs? But then I realized, nope, those are funky strawberries, which I just love.
Yeah, they're so cute. I thought they were flowers.
Oh, okay.
but then after you stitch them, they're like, oh, they're strawberries.
Yeah.
Or
Super
berries.
fun.
They could be blackberries or.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's probably what they are. They're blackberries.
Yeah.
Anyway, super fun. I think that Teresa is so talented.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love the narrow and long.
I know, the size.
Yeah, the size is so. Yeah, and I just, I'm just getting started.
Listen, you have more whips than me. So that's why. That's the only reason.
So at our last retreat in March is when we started it together. We put our first couple stitches.
That's true. Yeah.
So we cut the fabric out, and I took it up here and serged it
with the
so
gold.
we have the gold.
So we have the gold serge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have to take a picture of yours to show.
Oh, at the end?
Yes.
Okay. You can put yours there.
No. We'll do yours.
Okay.
How's that?
Okay. I'll do mine.
Okay. All right. So that is it for whips. So now we're going to move on to a few finishes. Kimmy has a recent finish.
Yes. So this was also a market release by Artful Offerings, Seeking Floss and Flax.
Mm-hmm.
And
So cute.
Isn't that what we are all doing all the time? So it has actually 2 projects. This is the finished piece. It was a really simple, fun stitch.
I love it so much.
Yeah, and I got the frame at Hobby Lobby. It actually had a piece of art in it. It had some painted pears, which I thought were cute, but I needed it for, it's the perfect size. And this is stitched on 40 count flax, which is fitting.
We love our flax.
We love our flax.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also was charted with this cute little pillow.
This is darling.
And it says the Seeking Floss and Flax. And I put Jill's little tag that she had on the linen. And this ribbon we got at retreat. We went to a little shop called La Petite Maison, the little house.
La Petite Maison.
And it's in Draper, across the valley from where Joe lives. And it was the cutest shop with the cutest.
It's a little house.
It's a little house with a garden.
Mm-hmm.
And all this beautiful home decor. There were clothes, there were soaps, there were ribbons,
Yes.
there was
Yes.
candy. A little gift shop. It was
Yeah.
just darling, and the owners were just so sweet and nice.
Amanda and Scott.
Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott gave us the best recommendation for lunch. Remember?
Yes.
Even what to order. It was a Mexican restaurant, and even told us what to order, and we all did.
Oh yeah, Maria's.
Yes, yeah, Maria's.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the back I put this is a Kim Deal homespun for my stash. Anyway, there it is, Seeking, and then together they're just so cute, you know.
Oh, darling.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you. So this is probably the seam. The seam.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
I don't know.
Seam binding.
I don't know, but it's all
Hand dyed.
crinkly.
So
and
we got it there, and so here's the gray, and then the navy blue,
Yeah,
and they're about what, like $5 or something.
I think they were. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty fun.
Yeah. So we had to get all the colors. That was
Shocking.
okay. So then, Maryanne.
Oh. Still me, huh? Okay. So, this is a chart that I had for a while. When it first came out, I bought it. I loved it. This is Maryanne Cup. But I was intimidated. You know.
Why?
Well, it's a big sampler.
Yeah, the
and
big house.
And I wanted to do it justice.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure about the orange house. And then I watched a Flosstube that Carol Saltbox Stitcher recommended. I can't remember the woman's name, but it was, I think, the professor. And she's only done one video, but I'm so grateful because she showed.
Oh, is it comfort stitching?
No, it was
No.
the professor
No.
stitch.
Oh yes, and she only did one video.
She only did one video,
Okay.
but she showed her Maryanne Cup, and she had stitched it with the Vicki Clayton silks, and her conversion of the orange house. So it's charted with Clockworks, which is an overdyed, and then Vicky's was called Kabucha, but the professor chose Yap Island, and I got to see the house stitched with Yap Island, and Carol Saltbox Stitcher is working on it right now, and
We love Carol.
Yeah, and she watched the video. Obviously, she's the one that told me to watch it. And she's using Yap Island too. So I have a finish. This is on 40 count needle and flax Thornfield. And this is in honor of our grandmother.
Oh, so pretty.
And I love it.
Bring it closer.
Okay. So, Josephine Stewart, and check out that date, 1909 to 2011. She lived to be 100 and almost 2 years old. I think she was 3 months shy. But I love the colors. They remind me of her. The male and the female deer, everything about it just reminds me of her. She was just the most beautiful grandmother and grandmother. She had 8 children. I have
7 girls.
7 girls and 1 boy.
Our mother's right in the middle.
Our mother's in the middle. And Carol, Saltbuck Stitcher, reminds us so much of our Aunt Rose.
Aunt Rose.
Totally. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Aunt Rose.
And we love both. We love Carol and we love Rose.
Mm-hmm.
But Josephine, she was the master. She was a professional seamstress. She quilted before rotary cutters, and although she used a ruler and pencil. Mm-hmm. She knitted, she crocheted, she needle pointed, she tatted, she did everything, and it was the most beautiful work.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah.
Incredible. And then she was just a marvel. And the tiniest human. Tiniest human.
Size 3 shoe.
Yeah.
And she was under 5 feet tall.
Yeah, she was, and never over 75 pounds except for when she was pregnant. Can you imagine?
She weighed herself every day.
She did.
Yeah, and she wasn't the best example of...
Yeah, and if she weighed more than 75, or she weighed less than 75 pounds, she ate a little bit of ice cream.
Okay,
and
right.
Then if she weighed 75, then no.
Yeah, it's like we'd ask her, Grandma, what did you have for lunch? Oh, I just had a piece of cheese and a cracker.
A piece of cheese, yeah. A slice of tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't need much.
She didn't, yeah. Anyway, but
she gave much.
She was a dynamo.
Mm-hmm.
Dynamo.
Grandma Jo. What is the quote you shared with me about Little Women?
At the end of Little Women, at the declaration of love scene with the professor and Joe March, he says, "What a little name for such a person." And that was Grandma.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's not cry.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to show the photo?
Oh, yeah. I'll find the photo while you...
Okay. So, this is a needlepoint that Grandma Jo, she actually made it and framed it for my mother for her. So, the first home that our parents built or purchased back in the early 70s, my mother decorated the home perfectly. Like every room was wallpapered. Our front room was the blue and green with a little bit of gold. And so Grandma Jo, her mother, made this needlepoint, and it was in a beautiful gold frame. It's a just square frame, and we had it she just had it in the back corner by the fireplace. And we have a photograph of the day that our little brother came home from the hospital. Our mother sitting at the chair holding our brother, and then the 3 children behind, and then this is behind it.
And it wasn't staged. It was just this candid photo that was just perfect.
Yeah, and my dad always had a really nice camera. We have lots of photos of that he always put into slides when they developed the. So what I did is when my mother, she was just, she had moved a few times, and the needlepoint she couldn't let go of, but it was getting dirty and the frame was falling apart, and so she gave it to me, and I took it out of the frame, and then I just put it in. It had like masking tape around it, just all the things, and I put it in my sewing box. And then a few years later, I just searched, how do you clean a needlepoint? So I did exactly. I think it was just dish soap, and I don't know. It was just very simple. And it came out so clean, and then I just stitched it into a pillow. Do you think this should go on Mom's chair?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
Where she's at. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it needs to go back to her.
I agree.
Yeah. So show that photo.
Okay, so this is little Jo when she was, I don't know, probably 12, 13. And she milked 10 cows.
Every morning,
every night, and she made homemade bread every day for her family.
And she did this because her mother passed away when she was young.
Her mother's appendix burst, and they were living in rural Nevada. And by the time they got to the hospital, she had passed away. So she had a lot of responsibility. And then I want to show a picture of her in her older years, because she was just so beautiful. This may take me a second. She loved babies. and she had lots of grandkids to love on.
She taught many grandchildren how to read.
Okay,
That's a cute one.
Is that
Yeah,
close?
with her dog. Yeah, perfect.
Oh my gosh. Oh, always a baby and her dog at her feet.
Yes.
Oh, and every gift
she
was...
can get any baby to sleep.
Yeah, and every gift was a handmade. I have many treasures. Many, many. So beautiful.
I still have my quilt that she made me.
I do too.
Yeah.
So in honor of Grandma Joe, I'm working on grandma samplers for all my great-grandmothers and grandmothers.
Yes. In fact, you have another one.
Oh, I do. Oh, you want me to show this one?
Yes.
Okay, so this is back to Carol. I saw this on Carol's. I had never done a sampler. I had never used hand-dyed linen. This was when Jill first was getting me going, and we went.
Was this your first sampler?
This was my very first sampler, very first time using hand-dyed linen, and we had gone to Shepherd's Bush together, and I asked Terry to help me, and she had a piece of lakeside linen, and so she kitted up for me, Come Into My Garden by Blackbird Designs.
Love this.
And I just love it. And it was my first border. I remember the night my border met. My husband was asleep. And I was jumping up and down. I was so excited. Anyway,
we know the feeling.
Yeah. So here's my finish. It's for our great-grandmother.
So
this is our father's grandmother who helped. He actually lived in her home with his mother and his 3 siblings. She helped raise him. She was from Sweden. She was an immigrant. She barely spoke English. But, yeah. And anyway, I chose this one to show because I know there's a Sal, Be a Lightning Bug Sal, that Christy Crosshatch Quilts and Kim, the stay-at-home quilter, are doing in honor of Daleen Wilson. And anyway, I just thought it would be fun to show a finish with a name in it.
Yes.
Yeah. It turned out pretty.
So gorgeous, and the frame choice.
Yeah,
this matches perfect with the border.
It's just a vintage frame that I found. Yeah.
And you didn't have to resize it.
This for only one I've ever had to not resize.
So I love just like the hint of blue in there. It's not too overpowering.
I know.
Love it so much.
I love it too.
Carolina.
Yep, Anders' daughter.
Yes.
Okay.
So our next previous finish is we did the Prim series together. So as soon as it was talked about, we pre-ordered. So Kimmy told me about it, like, yes, we're doing this together. And of course, we're Lori Holt fans. We love Lorie.
Yeah, aren't we all? Yeah.
Yes,
obviously.
She's
a genius.
We stitched them together. We each bought all 12 charts. Like, we didn't share. We did. Like, we did the pre-order.
We got the Orifil floss.
Yeah, it was quite the investment.
It was, but it was so worth it and so fun. Yeah.
So you show yours first.
Okay, so I finished it right away with Jill, but then it had languished. I wasn't sure how to finish it, what I wanted to do. And then I saw,
Bumble Stitches.
Nicola. On her Instagram, she showed her finish. And I immediately got it out and ordered this was a limited edition charms or 5-inch stacker from of just, I think it was, what was it called?
It was a Lori Holt collection.
Yeah, it was called Color B Bundle. It was a limited edition. It was just a 5-stacker. And I just made a border. And this is the Prim series.
Oh,
and it's
so
just
cute.
a wall hanging. And Nicola gave me the inspiration to get it finished and get it out of the languished basket. But it's just so bright and cheery, and I love it. So,
I love it.
Yeah, so thank you, Lorie. Thank you, Nicola. And those are vintage buttons.
Oh, yes. I love the buttons.
Yeah.
bring that up close so they can see the buttons.
There you go. And I just use the floss, the brown floss. I think it's called Raisin.
Mm-hmm.
Now each of the charts had a name, and
They have a name.
they have a name.
Yeah.
Okay, now you show yours.
Okay, and then mine is framed. And it's big.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So mine's framed.
so
Just in
beautiful.
a nice wood
Yeah.
brown frame. And I had it professionally done.
It's beautiful.
I felt like I had invested so much
Yeah.
money and time into it that I needed to have it professionally done. And it's big. Sometimes it's hard to frame your own piece when...
Yeah, it's hard to lace. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is hung in my sewing room. And it's moving into the shop. I'm changing things around.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We love our Prim series. Thank you. And then we have one more finish to share, and it's something that we did together. We actually did it with our group, our retreat group, which consists of the two of us, our two friends, Michelle and Linda, and then our sister-in-laws. They don't sew, and
But they still put up
they
with
still
us.
come.
They
They still
still
come and hang
come.
out with us.
And we try to do other things, or at least
Yeah.
we're trying to be better about that. But they just come and relax and visit and talk and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so fun.
Catch
Okay,
up.
so we pre-stitched before retreat.
Yeah.
We pre-stitched, and I think it's called cross stitch, and it's a
Depends on design.
yes, talk or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just on the black. I did mine on black linen, and you did yours on a navy.
A navy.
A navy Ada or linen.
It's a linen or a Lugana, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I chose some. It's an older Lori Holt.
Oh, is that Lori Holt?
Yeah, fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course Kimmy she quilted.
I quilted the cheetah
around.
fabric.
Oh, so it's perfect.
And
so
then
cute.
And then after, when we got there, we had all of our supplies and the stitch piece, and then we worked on the bag together.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
And we have Michelle, our master bag maker.
Yeah, we're not bag
She
makers.
was our tutor. She was our assistant. We were throwing it on the floor. We didn't love making big bags like this.
We did not. And the hardware. And Michelle ended up having to do it for
Yeah.
me. And Michelle has gone on and made this bag.
I don't know, 100 times.
15 times without the cross stitch.
Yeah.
But with something else. She
Yeah.
has an embroidery machine, and she embroiders something, and she gives it away as gifts for different people. But
And there is the inspiration for this, I think it's Simply Stitches.
it was a pattern we bought.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all bought the pattern, and then it didn't have handles. We added the handles.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm just going to get rid of that, whatever that is.
okay.
Yeah, she added the handles.
Yeah.
Michelle, that was her idea.
Our nickname for Michelle is Michelle-ish Embellish.
Yes.
Because that's what she does
Mm-hmm.
with precision.
Mm-hmm. This is a fun memory.
Yeah.
Okay. Patriotic finishes that I like to share. So behind me, you'll see this flag here. It's a Bent Creek. I don't have the actual chart any longer. I did this in the early 2000s.
So cute.
So that's how old it is. It just has the alphabet. It's probably called America. I don't know.
Who knows?
It's probably called, patriotic flag or something. I don't know. But it's a Bent Creek. And I'm sure it's DMC. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then... Okay, and then I do have some charts for these over here. I'll show you. Okay, Old Glory, Little House Needleworks.
So here's the finish that she did.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
got your
did that in
pin.
the pillow.
Yep, and your pins. It feels like it's walnut shells.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was a fun one. I probably used platinum for that. And then henpeck. This is one of Paulette's stackers. This is probably one of her early ones. And I've done the sheep stack, the pigs, and one other one. I can't remember. The sheep, the pigs, the hens, and the goats.
You're sticking with farm animals?
Yes, and I haven't done any more. So, and this was just done with some Monaco. When I first started stitching, getting back to it, I watched a lot of Chelsea and Priscilla.
Yeah.
And that's back when they were tea dyeing their Monaco. And so I did that. And then it was just all the called for.
So cute.
And then you want to show that one? Winsome Pear by Plum Street Samplers.
Really cute.
Yeah. I love the look of this, just this prim cross stitch. After you sew them together, you just grab some floss and make some X's.
Go to town, huh?
Yeah. So cute.
Beautiful.
And then I did Star Spangled Swine Farm, and this was before Chelsea and Priscilla. Well, I guess I should say Priscilla because all of her designs. They did a collaboration with Kathy Hands On Design and Priscilla, and they published this chart. And then I have mine is framed.
Cute.
And I remember when I stitched this, I just remember I had so much fun stitching. The colors just popped on this black linen. I think I used chalkboard black linen. And it just was such a fun stitch. So happy.
Yeah.
And the chickens and the pigs.
I love the pigs in the truck.
Oh, I should just give this to you so you can show Kit. This is going home with you.
No.
Just for this year.
Just for this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be gone. I'm leaving.
Oh, that's true.
for
You're
the
going to be
4th
in
of July.
England for the 4th of July.
Yeah. Yeah. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll get it back to you.
Star Spangled Swine Farm. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Thank you, Kathy, and Priscilla.
Yeah.
And for Kathy. And now, of course,
Yeah.
Priscilla's doing her own charts, and it's just incredible. So talented. Oh,
Yeah. So many talented ladies.
yes.
And
Okay.
men.
And men.
Yep, there's some
Mm-hmm.
men designers.
Yes. So that's it for our finishes.
Okay.
And before we're going to take a short break, but before we do that, I'm going to show you my linen. I do have an Etsy shop. I hand dye my linen with all natural product, so natural dyes. And I know I've shown this before, but there might be some of you that are new.
Yeah.
And I do have my fall colors here. Kimmy showed the this is just hot off the this is not pressed, like I don't have it.
Yeah.
This is the Golden Sundance, and this is Zion Sunset. And so I'm going to open it up so you can see the mottling.
So pretty.
Zion Sunset. All of my colors represent places in the state of Utah. And all of my pieces are serged with the gold thread to represent our state is the Beehive State's nickname for industry, community, and something else. I can't remember.
I'm trying to channel my 4th grade
Yes.
memories.
And then this is Bryce Beauty, and this is more of a pinky, and it has kind of some yellowy undertones, like creamy
So pretty.
undertones.
Yeah.
And
I've stitched on this. It's beautiful.
I just got a message from a customer. She wants a yard of this.
Oh,
And,
lucky girl.
yeah, so I'm gonna have to get on that. Okay, so then I have another color called Salty Lake, and people have been asking for that, and I cannot reproduce that. I've just decided, after some trial and error and heartache and stress, I decided I cannot reproduce that until September.
Yeah.
Because my dye is very temperamental, and I'm hoping to get that color back in September, but I do have a new color that will be, I'm going to show you in just a minute, that will add on to our collections. This is Deer Valley Dream. These are our winter colors. They all have names after ski resorts in Utah, and so this is Park City Lights. It's more of a pinky color. I'm just going to do this really fast because I wanted to take a lot of time. Snowbird Sky is the blue. I showed that with my Snapperland Summer. Kimmy showed the Solitude Serenity, the creamy white,
So
with your
anniversary sampler. Yeah,
Okay.
the red brick.
The red house, and then Deer Valley Dream.
Yeah, I keep that.
This is more of like a purple.
It's so
lavender.
faint. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are my winter colors, and then I'm going to introduce. Well, before I do that, I do have Ada. Just so you know, Ada stitchers out there. Rice Beauty, Golden Sundance. These are all Ada 16 count.
Nice.
Zion Sunset.
Yeah.
Snowbird Sky, blue, and this is Deer Valley Dream,
Pretty.
Solitude Serenity, and Park City Lights. Okay, so that's the Ada.
Lovely.
Right over there, thank you. And then my new colors. Yes. Okay, so as children, just up the canyon, up Provo Canyon, our parents would take us to Cascade Springs.
Yeah.
And it's just a really pretty area. There's a boardwalk that's over actually a natural spring.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so peaceful and nice up there. And you can still go, and it's still there.
It's gorgeous.
It's natural. It's so beautiful. And
It's a really family friendly.
yeah, it's just above Heber, if you know where Heber, Utah is.
Yeah.
And so this is my Cascade Springs.
So pretty.
And it's just a very faint greenish, I don't know, like
Yeah.
limestone, like pretty color.
Mm-hmm.
Put it up against a white, maybe.
Yeah. Do that. There you go.
Yeah.
Tilt it this way.
I don't have a ton of it. I actually haven't even put it in my shop yet as of this minute, but I'll be working on that later today.
Beautiful.
So I just spontaneously releasing this. I just need to get it out. Just need to do it. Yep. And
Better
then
late than never.
okay, and then our next one, and both of these are kind of the spring summer line in my collection. And then this one is called Canyonlands.
Mm.
And this has it's just like
The modeling in this is just gorgeous. Look at that. Oh,
Canyonlands.
it's beautiful.
I'll open it up.
Okay.
This is a 36 count.
Can we grab a corner?
I'll just do it halfway, I think.
Okay.
And we'll just
There you
do it
go.
like that. Yeah, there's some modeling in there.
Yeah, that's pretty true to it. The color
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Canyonlands is an area. So if you've heard of Moab,
Mm-hmm.
Dead Horse Point, down there, southern Utah, on the east side of Utah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Canyonlands,
Southeast.
down in there.
Yeah.
And then this is a 32 count. So I have limited supply of this right now. I'm waiting on more bolts of linen so that I can start reproducing.
So coming soon.
So coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah, so if you go into my shop and it's out of stock, just come back later. And I'll be posting. I have an Instagram count on linens. And whenever especially my new colors, when I restock, I always do a post, so you can follow me on Instagram and then get them while they're available.
Yeah.
And I offer 32 count, 36 count, and 40 count in my linens, and then the Aida cloth in the 16 count. And I am open to, if you like to stitch a different, I just had, when I first opened my shop back in the fall, I had stitchers asking for 16 count Aida, and that's all I've offered. I haven't had anyone else ask me for a different count.
14 or 18 or
or 20 or so if I'm open to adding more counts if supply and demand, right?
If that's what the people want,
then we'll do it.
All right.
So we're going to take a short break, and we're going to clear this all out, and then we have more to show. Okay, we'll be back soon. Okay, we are back. We cleaned up, and we're ready to show you some quilts, and then we're going to show you some dolls that our mother made, and then we're going to share haul, patriotic, can't even say the word, charts, and then also some current stitches that I'm working on right now that are patriotic. There's just 2 of them,
and
I got a big one, and then plans for the rest of the summer, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So we've been working on this Americana. Do you want to grab the box? So Lorie came up with a flag runner called Oh Beautiful Flag Runner, and then Amber Waves mini quilt. So you open it up, and you have 2 charm packs and some yardage. And it comes with the bindings, fabric for the binding. The only thing it doesn't come with is the backing. So when you cut it out, you actually cut it out, and you're cutting both quilts at the same time.
Yep.
So we're each gonna do both quilts, but to start out with, because we wanted to show both, I made the flag and you made the mini.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll start with the flag runner. Oh Beautiful Flag, it's called. And it's I think our fan is.
It just blew paper.
Do we need to go the other way? I can't remember. This way. Okay. So this is using all the Americana fabrics.
It's
all
so
the blues.
cute.
So cute. And we just got the tops done.
Yeah.
So this is the flag runner. And the runner is actually 56 inches long. So it's for a long table. Yeah.
It's so pretty.
It's really pretty. And then I chose to back mine with this, I think it's called Star Dot or something like that. The navy. And then I actually already made the binding. And this one is the binding for the flag, and then this one's the binding for the mini. And so I thought it'd be fun to share a tip that we've always used, just always when we're quilting. It's just something that I learned from the very beginning from the lady who did the Thumbleberries.
Thumbleberries, yeah.
I can't remember her name. But it was in her quilt book, and she suggested that when you cut out your quilt, you cut out your binding, and then you make your binding, and then you put it away in a safe spot, like keep it safe and protect it so it doesn't get frayed. And then when you get to the point where you actually finish your quilt and then have it quilted, because sometimes it takes. I mean, I have quilt tops. But I do have the bindings for all of them.
We won't talk about how many quilt tops we have.
So that's just something that I've always done. Just
that's a great
tip.
That's a great tip.
Do you want to show your mini quilt?
Sure. So this is Amber Waves. It was super fun to make, and there it is.
Oh, turned out so cute.
Yeah. And the binding is the yellow with a red rickrack sewn in also. And it's just really, really striking. Yeah.
So you can see the red. That's what that red rickrack is.
So that's going to be fun.
So cute.
But anyway, super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you just going to throw this like over your sofa or like what?
Yeah, or fold it up and put
Yeah.
it with, you know,
Yeah.
a little vignettas things. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Yeah.
But love it.
So cute.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
fun to make.
Okay.
Okay.
I do have one kit available in my shop.
Yeah, right here.
That's it. Yep. Okay. And then while we're talking about Americana, I do have one other kit that is in my shop, and it is, do you mind?
No.
Okay. And this is Spacious Skies Quilt. And it comes with the mini ruler set. It's called the 4-inch, and it's actually to do the triangles.
Yeah.
And it looks like this. And it comes with that. And I have 2 of these available in my shop.
And the size of the quilt, probably good to know. Can you read that?
Yeah, it's a big one. 80 by 94.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good size queen.
Yeah.
You know, queen size.
And you've seen this in person, and yeah.
Yes, I've actually seen it. Well, I saw it on is it the H&H quilt show that Riley Blake went to back, I think it was in May or April. And they had this on display, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
It was just so pretty. And I'm going to hang on to one of these kits, and I won't do it this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have it for future. It's just so beautiful. Okay. And then I do have this quilt behind me, and I'm guessing that maybe some of you have seen this before. I just call it my chicken quilt, and this is also a Lori Holt. And I made this a few years ago, and this is actually a picture of it in her book. It's the Farm Girl Vintage, and it's the first book that she came out with. Yeah. And so all the instructions to make this chicken quilt is in there. And I've also made the chick quilt. It's the pink and yellow, and I made it for my granddaughter. And it's probably one of my most favorite quilts I've ever made.
It's darling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one, I quilted it using the chicken wire. You know what I'm talking about? The chicken wire. I had it just professionally quilted. And then it has the border. It has it's newspaper print fabric. And I saw this on display in a quilt shop, and they did it just like that. And I just bought scrap of the blue, and just put it together.
Beautiful.
It's one of my favorite summer quilts that I have. And
love it.
Hopefully some family member of mine will enjoy it later.
They will. They'll be fighting over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't make our quilts just for ourselves. No. For our family. Yeah. Okay. All right. So then, did you have a tip you wanted to share with quilting?
Just to take your time and not skip steps. Every time I try to skip a step, I pay for it. Mm-hmm. So just, press your seams. Yeah. Enjoy it. Pin your connecting points. And just enjoy the process. And actually, cross stitch has helped me become a better quilter, because cross stitch is all about taking your time and the detail and every stitch, and
brings it all together.
And it's the same with quilting. And just to enjoy the process and not try to rush through.
Mm-hmm. And do shortcuts.
Yeah, and every single time I rush through and skip a step, I make a mistake and then I'm frustrated. So,
yeah, you have some thread.
oh, shocking. Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that both, I know that you do this, with your binding, we always hand stitch our binding.
Yeah. It's actually one of my favorite parts.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Because when a quilt is quilted, when it comes back from the quilter or you quilt it yourself, it just comes alive. It's dimensional. It has texture. It's a whole different thing, and I just love it. Have it get draped over me while I
It's your finished work, just like when you're building a house and you put your finished, you know, you've spent so much time and effort building your home, and then the finished work is what you see, right? Yeah. And so the binding is what you see, the edge, and so when we say finishing the edge hand, it's you sew it on, and then you flip it.
You sew it on the front and hand stitch it on the back.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what Grandma Jo would do.
Exactly. She would do that.
That's what she would do.
Okay, so we're going to move on to our dolls. So our mom made some exquisite dolls. She wasn't a doll maker. You wouldn't say, okay.
Yeah.
She didn't ever do the porcelain dolls, but she did make a couple of dolls for you when you were a child.
She did. Yeah. When I was younger than 10, maybe 8, she made me Raggedy Ann and Andy, and it was a Christmas gift. And I loved them. But when I was 13, we moved to Nevada, and in the move, somehow, with putting things in storage for a short time, they were lost or damaged. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And
either water damaged or lost or something.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
And my mom felt so bad about it. By then I was a teenager, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I was in my 40s, just one Christmas, she showed up with this big box.
Yes. The box is still.
I still have the box.
Yeah.
And my dad and my youngest brother, who lived either with them or next door to them, I can't remember, I think next door to them, were just beaming. They were so excited for me to open this box.
They're like,
yeah. Anyway, I opened the box, and she had remade the Raggedy Ann and Andy for me using the most precious fabric. This dress fabric is just so cute. And she, hand stitches the hair on, hand embroidered the face, her dress and her apron, the rickrack, her pantaloons. I mean, it's just
her legs, her shoes,
everything. Oh, she's got a thread too. She matches, and then of course Andy. And I don't keep them out all the time because I don't want them just thrown with the grandkids thrown in the stuffed animal bin.
Yeah.
So they come out at Christmas. The next year for my birthday, she found some doll chairs, and she made from the scraps of the fabric. She made little cushions for these chairs, and so they actually have these darling chairs that they sit on. Yeah. Anyway, I love them. They're very sentimental.
And his hat just cracks me up.
I know.
His little hat.
I know. Yeah. Anyway, love them.
So special.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I have I'm just going to reach. Can you get her? Yeah. So this is Holly. Oh, goodness. Oh, her hat. Her bonnet. She has a bonnet because she's a prairie girl. And this is Holly Hobby. And I actually received Holly, but probably the same, maybe the year after.
She didn't want Jill to feel left out.
I needed my doll. Yeah. But I didn't have a Holly Hobby doll that she made me. But, well, first let's talk about the doll, and then I'll tell you about my bedroom when I was growing up. So you just have to check out her boots. I mean,
well,
seriously.
Where did she get Holly Hobby fabric?
I don't know, but the Holly Hobby fabric, probably eBay.
Yeah, she's an eBay queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then her face with her little freckles. And then she did the curly hair because of my curly hair.
Yeah.
And
look at her eyes.
Yeah. And then, of course, not only are her dolls done, I mean, every part of her. Like, if you were to undress her, like, everything is just perfect. Yeah. So, my bedroom, I was probably about 7 years old, maybe. She decided to, we always shared a room when we were little. And then I had to move out because I kicked her, and my hair was always in her face, and I was, just like, we were done sleeping together, and so.
Because it was a double bed. We were in the same bed, yeah.
Yeah, so that didn't last for very long, and so, like, okay, Jill and Kimmy need to, have their own space. And so, of course, our mother was, and she still is, but she wallpapered every one of our homes, like from top to bottom, and
it was the 70s.
And not just like slap it on, like
yeah.
It's like you would think a designer came in and did our home, and it was her. And so I had the Holly Hobby wallpaper, and it was the white background with the dolls and the different scenes, and then matching fabric, and I had a valance. My dad had made a valance that would go on the top with scalloped, with ruffles. I mean, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then the swag, what do you call them?
I don't know.
The swag, coming down.
Yeah.
Everything about it. And then, of course, I had my grandma's quilt on my bed. And
we all had grandma's quilts.
Yes. So, Holly Hobby.
Yeah.
So, and then after she made our dolls, she decided to make dolls for every one of her granddaughters.
Yes.
And so each of our girls and all the grandkids, she has 18 grandchildren, but I don't know how many girls.
I know we would have to.
Yeah, we won't figure that out.
8 or 9. Yeah, somewhere in there.
But then after she made all of the dolls, then she just decided she needed to make a doll for herself. So this is her grandma doll.
With the gray hair and the glasses.
Yes. So, and this is not a purchased. You would think that this.
I know the coveralls.
This is all made.
Yeah, handmade,
stitched,
and they are just
and the
perfect.
Buckles and everything.
Yeah,
her little pocket.
Yeah,
and she probably has underwear on. I'm sure.
I'm sure.
And then her little shoes. We can't leave the house without that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Judy's doll, and I know that my girls have their dolls in a special place.
Oh yeah.
And then last night when we were setting up for this, we decided that she needed to stitch, so we put this together.
If she's gonna watch Flosstube, she's got to stitch.
Yeah, she has to stitch.
Yeah, because Grandma Judy does not waste time.
No, she doesn't. Yeah. She doesn't, and she's very supportive of our stitching. She's never been a cross stitcher, but she has gone to the stores with us. She's met Pam and Stephanie at the shop, and it's been a lot of fun. She's very supportive. So we can go on and on about Judy. Yeah, we can. We love her.
Yeah, we love our mother.
Yeah. So we're gonna go on with our whips. No, sorry. We did that. Haul. We're going to do haul. So let's do yours.
Okay. We went to Shepherd's Bush and let's see, in end of March. And I got Liberty by Brenda Gervais, and they had they had 2 fabric choices, and I chose the hog bristle. And I have my threads ready to go, but I haven't started it yet. So hopefully, I'd like to start before the 4th, or maybe on the 4th.
So pretty.
It would be,
Yeah, that's a fox and rabbit.
Yeah. Okay. So the called for is I can't remember, and they had it there at Tobias by Seraphim Fabrics, but I preferred that. I just got this one, thinking about fall.
It has the chickens.
Yep, Stacy Nash. It's a pink heap. So I don't want to show that one yet. And this was another market release by Stacy Nash, and it'll pancake,
French
and
hen.
I have the threads. I was thinking it would look so good on Salty Lake, but I think I'll have to wait till September. So
Yeah. It might look pretty on Solitude Serenity, like a
Oh,
scrap
yes.
from your.
Yeah.
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 I would do that.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
the French hen was showcased at Jingle Ball.
Oh, was it? Now the back is stitched, so that red, that's not fabric, that's stitching, and it's with the new color, classic colorworks called Caroline. So that's a stitched back, which will be fun. And then to go with our Prim series quilt, I decided that I needed to do the Prim Village cross stitch because I have all this Aurifil floss. I have the floss. And so I kitted it with a piece of 36 count antique lace linen by Seraphim. And it looks really good with the quilt, and I'm going to display it next to the quilt.
In your sewing room.
In my sewing room. And it came with a little charm. And I've actually made in Vintage Farm Girl 2, they have a 6-inch block that has 4 little houses. And I've actually made the block and making a project bag to put it in. I'm excited to start this one.
So cute.
Yeah, it'll be cute. And then
That'll be an easy fill-in. You know,
yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So this is a new designer, but when I saw this, it's called Ducks in the Orchard by A Gardener's Needle.
We love that one.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Glare.
Again, I should have taken it
There
out.
we go.
There
That's
we go.
better.
So I actually have an orchard, and so I have to do this. I have an orchard and a barn and a chicken palace.
Yes. You do.
I do. So I definitely have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kimmy's husband, my brother-in-law, he probably before, maybe when he was potty trained, he started swinging a hammer with his dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's a builder.
Yeah, he grew up, I think by the time he was 8 years old, he could do everything with his dad. And his dad was a school teacher, but on the side they built cabins and did remodels, and he worked with his dad from the time he was 8 years old. So that by the time I married him, he could build a house from the ground up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a general contractor for years, but no longer. But
Did he build the barn?
no,
Okay.
no, we had a general contractor do it, but yeah, too big of a job for one man. Although he likes those smaller projects, like a chicken coop. And then the last thing I have to share is this.
And I have that one too.
Yeah. Pansy Patch Quilts. They brought this out
A
at
stitcher's
market.
tool.
Yeah, and you know, every one of us need this in our sewing room. It's just,
Absolutely.
it's so cute.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So my husband and I made a trip down to California last week, just for a little getaway that we had planned earlier in the year. And St. George we drove down there, and so we stopped by the new Primrose College shop in St. George.
So fun.
And I fell in love with the model, Patriotic Quaker.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so pretty. Brenda is stitching this one. She's almost done. She's picking this back up.
Cute.
If you don't watch Brenda and Laura, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
Yeah, if you're not watching Brenda and Lauren.
Yeah, and if you're not watching Sean
Periwinkle Stitcher,
you're crazy. So that's what Brenda said.
That's what she said last night, and we busted out laughing.
Yeah, we were watching it last night, so we're like, we have to add that in.
Yeah, should we tell them why we were watching it last night? We'd already watched it.
Yeah, we had to rewatch it because we needed to know how to duo. And we decided it's okay, like do whatever.
Just do whatever.
Yeah.
Because one person talking to a camera
Yeah.
is different than two
Can you
people.
please come back every time because this is easier with you. And then fabrics that I bought at Primrose
Oh, that's
Cottage.
so cute.
So this is called Honey and Lavender. And I have, in my next video, I'm going to show a lot of bee stuff and Do I want to stitch a lot of bee stuff? Yes.
Yes.
Do I have a lot of charts? Yes.
Yes.
Do I have the time to do it? No. So I don't know what will happen.
Yeah. Listen, our grandma lived to be 102. You got time.
Yeah, I have time. And then
Yeah.
I think this is a Sweetwater. Is it Sweetwater? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just a,
I love it. I love the black and white.
yeah. And actually, Sweetwater Stitcher, I think that was what she did. I think that was, so for example, she cut out one of these and then put it behind her stitched product. You know, like her little pillow.
Yeah.
Like, like on the back of it.
These would be cute quilt labels too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute. So that was my, I had to be really good because we had just, finished vacation and now we're going to England, and so I couldn't go crazy, but I wanted to. And Roger was with me, so.
That makes it a little different.
Yeah. Okay, so then Souvenirs of Summer. I feel like this is a vintage book.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blackbird Designs. I looked up I think it was in 2003 or something.
Well, this date right here is 2004.
2004.
On that stitch.
Yes.
So somewhere in that.
2004 copyright.
Okay.
Summer Jubilee is what I want to start, and I ordered the
called for,
and I'll have to just see where I can find it in here. This is it right here.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
What are you going to stitch it on?
I don't know. Something dark, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It might look good on your new Canyonlands.
Oh, yeah, it might.
Let's do a floss toss.
Okay, let's do a floss. Oh, it's in there.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
yeah. Okay. Oh, well. And then another one I'd like to do is this one.
Yeah.
And this one is called, I'll start with this one because I'm not going to get to the Jubilee this year. Summer Song. And it has this really bright raspberry parfait for that bright.
That's pretty.
The flag.
Wow.
Just love it. So cute.
Fun.
Just timeless, right?
Yeah.
Blackbird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're going to stitch blackbird, you need to stitch at least one blackbird. Like actual blackbird.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Oh, that's so cute.
There it is.
Yeah. That's
now,
beautiful.
I think Christy Crosshatch Quilts did this. Do you think?
Probably.
Yeah. I'm sure Carol's done it. I'm sure Brenda's done it. I'm sure Laura's done it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
All the
Well,
stitchers.
these ladies that didn't take a 25-year hiatus like I did.
No.
Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah. Okay, and then, of course, I'm on the Blackbird kicks, the Sweet Land of Liberty.
It's a good kick to be on.
Yeah. Beautiful. I just ordered this from 123 Stitch. I got this one at my local quilt store and L&S Pine Needles.
Oh, yes.
In Gardner Village.
Yes.
This one was copyrighted 2016. Beautiful pieces.
Love it.
And then I ordered some of this Dames of the Needle. It's more of that seam binding.
Yeah.
Hand dyed.
Cheaper than chips.
Chips are expensive. Is that what you mean, like Doritos?
No, that's what Sean Periwinkle's stitcher said about the seam tape. It's cheaper than chips.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Fish and chips.
Yeah.
The chippy. Okay, we already showed that
one.
Okay. So the Easter, Lori Holt's Easter tour.
Oh, of her home.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh my goodness. She has a honey wall.
Did you find the chart?
Well, no, not that one yet, but I did find this one.
Okay.
She has a honeybee wall.
Lori, if you're listening, we want to know what a chart is on your bee.
Yeah, it's called Honey. But I did get the Needleworks, Little House Needleworks. So that's a new one for me. And then the Beekeeper by Plum Street Sampler.
That's so cute.
Isn't that so cute?
Yeah.
Love that.
I love those red flowers.
Yeah. Honey Bee. This is a new release by Lila Studio.
Man.
Isn't that cute? Have you seen this before?
No. It's so cute.
Take a look at that one. And Jeanette Douglas designs. We love her.
Yeah.
Love Jeanette. And this is a Heart and Home. I had never seen this, so I ordered this one.
Love it.
So pretty. Okay, that's what I have for haul.
Awesome.
Okay. And then patriotic charts. We'll move on to those. I'll just go through it quickly. This is a long video, but it's a special edition because Kimmy's here. While I was showing my previous finishes, we found that I didn't show this one. This is at Little House Needleworks called America.
We both have stitched this one.
Yeah. And this is on Stormy Night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
36 count.
Yeah. Love that vine.
I know.
So cute. Little picket fence. And this is another previous finish. And I couldn't find the chart. You know what this is?
Long May She Wave.
Yeah. Okay. And then before I show my just my charts that, you know, I would love to do in the future, I will show you a new start that I started, I don't know, it was probably Memorial Day when I started this.
So pretty.
Always Remember by Plum Street Samplers by Paulette. I am using the Call for Eucalyptus by Fox and Rabbit, but I'm changing the color. So instead of the pink, I took away all the pink, and I'm doing the house in DMC 822, and then the stars are going to be blue.
So the windows are the stars. That is so cute.
Yeah. So I'm started with the house. I actually had some of the poppies stitched on the bottom, and then I messed up, and so I had to take them out.
So you want the brighter colors to be the flowers.
Yeah, so I'm taking all the pink out, and so I changed, I'm using some of the called for red,
Okay.
but then I'm taking all the pink out. And so for the red, I'm using Winterberry,
Oh.
color and cotton.
From Linda.
So that would be the brighter, and then Old Red Paint
Nice.
for the darker. And then everything else, except for the blue stars, and then the 822 is my White House.
Nice.
So we'll see how it looks.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, when I get those poppies on there, it's really going to pop.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I have this in my Americana bag. So there's that. And then
Here she is.
Land That I Love is, I really wanted to push to get this one done, but it's not quite done.
Almost.
Next time you see it, it'll be in a frame. Land That I Love. I wanted to power through it, but I really wanted to enjoy finishing it. And I had so many other things to do.
Like sleep.
Like sleep and, you know, clean the house and see my grandchildren and get ready for my sister.
Oh, look how close you are.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let me hold this.
Okay, thank
There
you.
you go.
Okay, so brown
Jill.
paper, 36 count.
What
extra
an
design.
accomplishment.
So I basically have the kitty and the dog to do over here, and then fill in the rest of the flowers right here, and then fill in the centers of the flowers,
You're close.
the borders, and then some white down there. It's very close. I just have to
so
finishing
beautiful.
touches basically. And then do you ever do this? Do you ever go through your sampler when you're finished just to make sure you have everything?
Yeah.
Because you might miss an eye or the center of a flower or
When I was actually
something.
when I was pressing Maryanne Cup for this Flosstube, I found something I missed. So,
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
and it's not framed yet.
no.
No. Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah. So you can leave it, or you can.
I'll fix it.
Fix it.
Yeah. I'll finish it.
Yeah.
So our eyes can't see it all.
No, and sometimes viewers will catch things. Like,
yeah,
it hasn't happened to me yet, but I've noticed.
Yeah.
In other floss tubes.
Discerning.
Yes.
Discerning eyes.
Yes. Okay. So I have back to Americana.
Mm-hmm.
I have some of these in my chart, and I have had to reorder them because they go.
Yeah.
So I do have more.
Oh, nice.
And
they're very cute.
Yeah, they're very fun. So we'll just
it's a nice bag.
Pull things out. I showed this last time. God bless America, but I do have some threads ready for that one. So I showed this to Roger, and he's like, the eagle looks like it's a turkey in a getting ready to be roasted. So now
that's because he's English. No, it doesn't.
I like it.
I do too.
I like it.
Paulette, we love it.
Yeah. Okay. Lady Liberty, Blackbird.
Beautiful.
I bought this years ago, and I've always loved it, and just haven't got to it. This is just a summer piece by the Drawn Thread, and it's simply summer, and she has one for every season.
Yeah.
And I've seen stitchers where they stack them like that. So I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And then this is what I bought this years ago. It's just a very prim design with those animals and the flag and the watermelon. Who made this? Homespun Elegance.
Yeah, that's darling.
Yeah. Summer Gatherings. American.
Oh, yes. I want to do this one
Sampler.
day. Yeah.
Last one.
Okay.
Liberty Hill Farm by Summerhouse Stitch Workers. Or Works. Stitch Works.
Stitch Works.
Yes. So I made. So we both did Memorial Day.
Yes.
And then Kathy and the designer of this, Beth Ann. Yeah, Beth Ann. Yeah. They put together a sulky pack. And so the same colors.
Oh.
Yes, so that's why I bought this chart.
Because you have the floss.
Yeah, because I have the floss.
Perfect.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So those are just some things that I have. Summer patriotic charts. Okay, so our last segment is what we're going to do for the future, like plans. Moving forward in the near future.
Yes. They may be too big.
Yeah, we have big plans.
We do have big plans.
Yeah. So Kimmy's here with me for a couple of days to visit Mom, and I'll spend time with her, and then also to do this, and then we wanted to get a start on a quilt. It's the coverlet, Jane Austen, and here's the kit.
Oh. It's in a book. It's incredible.
Yeah. Okay. So the coverlet is an actual reproduction from Jane and her sister Cassandra and her mother, and it's displayed in Jane's home. Oh, here's a picture of it. Jane Austen's house in Chawton. And then right here. There. Yes. And it's displayed in this glass case.
So they used English paper piecing, Jane and her mother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to be using a template and fussy cutting these fabrics that have been reproduced that match the
Yes.
original quilt.
Mm-hmm.
So Riley Blake Designs went to great lengths
Yes.
to make this.
Yes. They studied the quilt. They've made sure that as we're putting the quilt together, that the motifs are going to be in the right position and all the things. And so there's a tutorial on YouTube done by Riley Blake and Cindy Cloward.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy Cloward does step by step. She actually has made the quilt herself.
And she's the one that it was. Yeah, she was the mastermind behind doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so we're just going to follow the instructions. The first step is to starch your fabric.
Starch the fabric.
She recommends using a tiny rotary blade. This,
To fussy cut.
yeah, to fussy cut. So this
And-
is a 28 millimeter. And then she also recommended using a circle mat that rotates. And this has,
It's a Sue Daly.
yeah, it's a Sue Daly. And it's big. It's like a 16-inch. And it has like, what do you call it, ball bearings?
Mm-hmm.
So that
It rolls very easily.
yes, it rolls easy. So you don't have to move your fabric to reposition. You just turn.
Yes.
So it's very good. So we're going to start cutting it, hopefully
Maybe
tonight. Maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight.
Yeah.
So pray for us.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a big endeavor.
This is a
Yeah.
big endeavor, but it's so beautiful. It's so historic. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's an heirloom.
Mhm.
It has a lot of meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. And while I am in England, we're going to stop in Jane's house and see the quilt.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just a special year, the
It is.
250th anniversary
Of her birth.
of her birth.
Mm-hmm.
And so along with that, Riley Blake has also come up with an anniversary quilt, and it's called Emma.
Well, it's
And-
with the Emma fabrics.
Yes, but I think it's called Emma.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, there's an Emma quilt already.
Okay. Well, maybe. I don't
think
know.
it's the 250th anniversary. Let's see. Exclusive Jane Austen 250th anniversary. It's a block of the month so long,
designed by Lori Holt.
designed by Lori Holt with the Jane Austen fabrics that are
Mhm.
from the Emma collection.
Okay. Right. And so the way I understand it is Lori Holt designed the quilt, but not the fabrics.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
But she's doing the sew along.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to follow along. Applique is not my forte. Piecing is my forte, and she's never done it. I've done it.
Yeah. And you found a tutorial, right, that you love?
Yeah, there's different ways to do it. I really like the freezer paper rather than the interfacing method that
Mhm.
Lorie uses. But to each his own.
So that's applique. That
Yeah.
center,
The center and then
The-
the blocks.
the corner flowers, the blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm super excited about that one. And my plan, I don't get to go to England this year, but I'm going to listen to the Jane Austen books on audio while I'm making these
Yes.
two quilts.
Yes.
That's my plan.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
just-
think we'll get through all the books.
I think so. Maybe a couple times. We'll get to watch the 7-hour miniseries a few times too, right?
Yes.
Pride and Prejudice.
Oh my. Yes. So I do have a Mansfield Park Flora. This is a table runner that's in the shop. This was just in my Jane stack, so I do have a couple of those available if you're interested. We don't have the coverlet in the shop, and the sew along for the 250th anniversary we purchased from
Happy Little Quilt Shop
Yes.
in Wisconsin.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
So we're excited for that to come. It hasn't arrived yet. It's
No.
supposed to come soon.
Soon, sometime this summer.
Yeah.
Okay. So other plans for quilting, and then we have a few stitching plans. We have the summer picnic, and this is a Lori Holt, one of her big quilts that she's designed with the fabrics. And so we're going to be doing this one, and Kimmy has goals for this one. I don't.
Yeah.
What are your goals?
To have it done and quilted and bound by next year for the 250th anniversary.
Yes, the semi-quilted Quincentennial. We had to practice that word.
Semi-quincentennial.
Yes.
And this is the
back
quarter
quarter
bundle that you need. And the background blue is actually a lightweight denim.
Mm-hmm.
And you have some in your shop.
Yes, I do have it's 5 yards, and I have it cut and sold as a 5-yard pack, and I have one of those left.
And she also has the pattern.
I used to. I sold out.
You sold out. Okay, so this is just yours. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So, what else?
And then also for the semi-quincentennial of the United States, I chose a stitch to do. And I chose this one. It's called One Nation Under God. It's by Twin Peak Primitives. And I should have taken it out of the plastic, but I just love it. And I haven't seen it stitched by anybody. But I love everything about it.
It's beautiful.
It is. And it's big. And so I bought the called for. It's Wren by Picture This Plus. Thank you, Lindy Stitches. I needed a 1/2 yard. Got that. I've got my floss ready to go. And my goal, I don't know if I'll make it. I might.
Yeah.
Is to have it done by next 4th of July.
Yeah, that's going to be beautiful.
Isn't that going to be pretty on that? Yeah, I really loved the modeling.
I love Wren.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then my only other plan is I have a birthday in July, and I wanted to do a birthday start, and I'm going to do the Vintage Sampler by Lori Holt. It uses Valdani embroidery floss, which I've never used. I've used the pearl cotton. So I'm excited about that. I have a piece of vellum from my stash, but I wanted to see how it looked on, is it not Park City?
Yes.
Deer Valley Dreams. I wanted to see how it looked on that, so we'll look at that later. So anyway, that's my plans.
Okay. Perfect. Well, wonderful. So, my plans are to just keep stitching. And just work on finished land that I love, and I have the Prairie Life. I'll show that to you really quick. It's right here by Heartstring Exemplary, and this is what I have done so far.
I love this one.
And this is on. Do you want to hold this chart for me? This is on. It's an XU Design light drab.
It's beautiful.
With all the called for threads. And of course, we are fans of Little House on the Prairie.
Big fans.
Big fans.
That was our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've stitched this in honor of one of our great grandmas.
Yes, you did.
Came across the prairie in a covered wagon.
Mm-hmm. And then I have one more chart to share, and I shared this last time. Stitches Be Sweet by Jeanette Douglas, and I have the Vicki Clayton Silks, and then I'm going to be doing this on my Park City lights. So Stitch and Gem is also stitching this, and she used a lighter color of linen, and so I thought my Park City lights would be pretty with this. So anyway, lots to do, but fun doing it.
Love doing it.
Yeah,
I love doing it.
And
love doing it with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for being here, our special edition of having Kimmy with us. I will be away for a couple of weeks, and I'll post on Instagram when my shop will be closed. And then when I come back mid-July, I hope to share another video by the end of July. So I'll be back then. And so for now, ready? Be grateful and inspired every day. And we'll see you next time. Okay. Bye.